Thank you so much, Michael, for setting the tone, for kicking us off on the right note, for the inspiration, and for uplifting us all on this Friday afternoon. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Evening,
We
Brian.
just did the Negro spiritual, so we got to do some call and response. I like can I hear some voices? Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Brian.
Evening, Brian.
Evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I see all of your beautiful faces. I want to hear your sonorous voices as well. So this is clearly the virtual place to be this Friday evening. We have 75 people and counting on this Zoom to celebrate our amazing, incredible, outstanding, singular fellowship leaders. So there's no better place to be than with you all doing this important work, lifting up our leaders who have invested so much in their organizations and communities. So thank you for joining us. Thank you to our leaders. Thank you to the New York Community Trust staff, as Michael has mentioned. It is my great honor and pleasure to be your host for this evening, and I can't wait to get started with our ceremony. So it is my great honor and distinction to introduce our first guest, Dean Aries from the Baruch's Marx School of Public and International Affairs. Dean Nancy Aries brings a wealth of academic, scholarly, and administrative experience to this role. She was CUNY's interim university dean for undergraduate education and the Marx School's executive director of academic programs and the director of higher education programs. She was also the chair of Baruch College's Zicklin School of Business and then Department of Healthcare Administration and director of its graduate programs in healthcare administration. As director of the Baruch Honors Program, she organized Creative Inquiry Day, the college's annual celebration of student research and creative endeavors. Dr. Arias' scholarship sits at the intersection of public policy formation and implementation effectiveness. She has also studied women's reproductive health policies and programs and healthcare workforce diversity, and her work on the economic impact of biomedical research resulted in the appointment to the Mayor's Task Force on Biomedical Research. In 2021, Dr. Arias received the City and State Award as one of over 50 most distinguished public servants. Additional honors include the Baruch Presidential Award for Distinguished Service, Distinguished Teaching, the Honors Student Teaching Award. She holds a BA in Urban Studies from the University of Michigan and a PhD in Social Policy from the Heller School at Brandeis University. And Dean Arias is one of our biggest champions, and we're so honored to have you. I'll pass it over to you, Dean Arias.
Whoa, Brian, you've left me absolutely speechless. I don't know where you found that bio. Far more information than you all needed. But thank you so much for the very generous introduction. As Brian said, I'm the interim dean of the Marx School, and I really am here to bring you greetings from the school and from our Center for Nonprofit Strategy and Management. I'm having this opportunity to share in cohort 14's graduation means a great deal to me. Too often, I think we forget to celebrate what we've accomplished. And this is a moment that definitely calls for celebration. So first, I want to express my gratitude to Michael Seltzer, who is one of the founders of this program, helped create it and bring it to what it is today. And I want to recognize in that chain, Brian Lewis, who's recently been appointed Deputy Director of the Fellows Program. I've had the honor of spending time with him on Zoom and knowing, his commitment to the program and seeing it continue to build out. There's also the faculty and mentors. I've seen some of the faculty here, and I've met mentors who I had not known kind of prior to the beginning of the event, who just bring such a wealth of experience to the program and add to the experiential component of your learning, which is so easily lost in the classroom. So, thinking about the evening, it's really about you, those who've completed cohort 14, and the program you've been part of. And what strikes me about this program is the critical space that the New York Community Trust Fellows Program fills in your education. I was thinking a lot about it today, that a master's degree provides an essential overview of different fields of interest, whether it's public administration like we do, or international affairs, social work, urban planning. And you take a collection of courses, and some of them are tactical, you learn hard skills, some of them are analytical, some of them are operational. But the focus of leadership development in a program like this is that it provides a really unique opportunity to focus on these threads and how they become part of a whole. As you think about moving into senior leadership positions, as you not think about it, as I'm aware, reading about the amazing work you've done, you're moving into these kinds of positions, and it sets you on that pathway. And they're summarized so well by the 3 leadership standpoints, which I am sure you as a cohort are very familiar with at this point, but for me, definitely worth repeating, about inclusivity and the recognition of the diversity of the stakeholders and their honest involvement in the work you do, performance, by which they meant moving into brave and visionary space by creating an appetite for inspiring inclusion, and range, which is the recognition of the full range of tools available to you to get there. So that's one piece of the program. The second for me is that the New York Fellows has enabled you to become connected to a network of like-minded persons who understand your interests and concerns, and includes not only the students in the program who might form a core for you, but also the faculty and mentors. And what I was saying before, what I think also makes this program so special and striking is the connectivity that this program has created for the alumni to hold them close and be involved. And so many alumni are here tonight. And last for me is that New York Community Trust truly models what it means to be part of a program that is actively adheres to the leadership standpoints by creating a program where the principles of equity and inclusion are infused in all parts of its operation. So in thinking about what this moment means, I keep coming back to an essay Joseph Conrad wrote titled Landfalls and Departures. His metaphor of a ship sailing from one destination to another has remained with me since I read the essay early in college. Conrad describes departures as the ship departing from a port, but it can be days before the view of the coast has fully disappeared, and even longer as it makes its way across the sea. And landfalls are marked by that same quality. It's the first recognition of land, but it can be days until the land is fully formed before your eyes. A moment like this, however, is a moment when the landfall and departure are instantaneously merged together. Tonight, you're watching the coast slip away. You're graduating from the Fellows Program, and at the same moment, you're watching new land come more exactly into your sight. And it's happening all at the same time. So tonight, I wish you all the best as you move through your journeys of landfalls and departures, of which this will not be the first, is not the first, and probably will not be the last. Congratulations, cohort 14.
Thank you so much, Dean Aries.